What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new fresh video. Well, kind of because of my face. Oh god, my cringe talking in the future. I'll speak to myself. Wow, my voice was cringe. But anyways, today's video we'll do the video that we did 3 weeks ago, which was the full history of the King and Queen films thing. I didn't know I'm not the King and Queen films title anymore. I am the King and Void Squads now because I used the King and Queen films things for 1 year. So I decided to not use that anymore since I used that for 1 year. But anyways, today we are doing a part 2 of the story of King and the Void Squad. So yeah, let's get on right into the video. Also, before we do this, make sure to subscribe, like, turn on notification ones, hit the bell, turn it to all, and anyways, let's just get started into the video without my boring and less talking. And let's just do this. So first off, it starts with the Hacker Egg film, the first part. And in the first part, it's like a normal day of the world of the royalty palace people doing normal stuff, doing discussing. Oh my god, doing discussions like normal stuff people do. They have so many family people or friends. But anyways, they just talk around and what was it again? Yeah, the Hacker Eggman comes. He tells that he's gonna live here once again, as many people just come in and just say, I'm just gonna be in his palace right now. And then people just come in and say they stay in the Adobe Palace. So that's so weird. But anyways, we swear that all the characters go outside and see Shadow Callie once again, got all the Shattlers, took the last Shattler from the Mr. Cool guy, and everybody came out and saw him, and they made an announcement as that Shadow Callie got all the Shattlers, then used it and turned into Mega Shadow Callie, but got disrupted. Got somehow taken out by some reason. Over the Rifa's power that struck him or and him for good. But luckily, Shadow Callie is still alive, so I guess that's good. But when we defeated Shadow Callie, the Hacker Egg guy stole the powers, even all the Shattlers, and became more powerful than Shadow Callie. So Shadow Callie became weak, and Shadow Callie was unconscious, and took Shadow Callie to the palace, and then Hacker Eggman said, I'll just keep this so it's safe, and so Shadow Callie is still not the evil person, but he was lying. And then they just took a little break. It was the Adobe Easter holiday update, so they took a little rest before doing the great cool stuff. And then the second part came where Hacker Eggman took him to the Tumble Workhouse place, and Tumble's friend was Hacker Eggman. So he took to his house and showed the tutorial of his entire house, and showed his family and his item decorations, and also showed his animatronics. And And then they did a few stuff like a test video stuff. But then the next day they woke up and went out. Then they all went outside again and went to Tamble's other friend called Frontman. I'm supposed to be Frontman evil stuff. The storyline is confusions. But anyways, they go to Farmer's house, do the same stuff as Tamble's house, but then came a unexpected video, which called the Hacker Max and Hacker series, Piggy film series, new series. At first, this looked like it was just a show-up video like my last Piggy Bimbo videos, but this one is way more of a story type video because it shows more speech stuff, and it was really cool, to be honest. It showed who was the piggy. My friend was in it. There was a let's just do the story in this. So it starts off with the pyramid that just fall down and see they're in a random place of a pyramid, sort of a pyramid, I guess. But anyways, they're spawned in a kind of a pyramid, and they see a bunch of dynamite and use it at the doors because they were like very broke up stones, so they used it on it and somehow survived. And then they saw a piggy character, and then they ran and did some obstacles, and when they went to the tombstone part, one of the friends died and turned into bones in Tiger's room. They took the bones to Tiger's room to see, and then they saw Tiger's room with a bunch of nose, and also saw Adventure Tiger's he could be infected or could die. But they didn't know. But Adventure Tiger is alive, but they didn't know back then 2 weeks ago. And then came the part two. Also, they escaped the pyramid and went to the cities to find help to go to the station to tell the story news. So then what next happened is that everybody left, or most of them left. Most of them turned into infected people. Also, also takes place in England. Since Piggy also takes place in England. But anyways, they go to Bloxy City where they both live, and where Hacker Eggman lives, where kind of lives. But anyways, they do more obstacles trying to survive the regular piggy bot skin, and then they saw Hacker Eggman's room and thinking of how much of a bad person he is, since he killed so many children, so many adults, so many people, but they didn't think about that and would let him just die. So went to the hospital and found a character called Maybe and told her to do a quest, and they did the quest, and then she came with Max and Hacker's son, Hacker Eggman's son, and then I don't know, Bonnie was stoned and then saved her into not being stoned. So I guess that worked, I guess. But anyways, then they escaped to the alleys, so they can go to the deep forest or go to a safe place. So as they went to the alleys, they saw an infected kind of infected. They saw Rash and tried to escape him, and they escaped from the laundry area. I mean, to Leo's place. And when they escaped, they saw Willow and his army. Officer Doggy was so frightened and killed Officer Doggy. Well, kind of. Later on, Officer Doggy became infected. And then Polly subtly cops Willow up. I forgot the words. No, don't tell about that. But anyways, he got copped so as the Willow's friends. Then came part 4, the piggy animation. Part 4, they went to Mimi's safe place so they can be safe for a little while. But then one of the characters said they can't stay here forever since Hacker Eggman was there and set off a fire. So they had to escape to the deep forest. But then saw an infected flamethrower person and tried to escape to the backyard. And as they escaped, Polly came back and told where survival stuff, and then Pony begins to freak out when another infected, but Lizzie says to calm down, and then Pony be's alright. And then the soldier piggy infects Polly, and then they just run for their lives, and then arrives to Willow's criminal base. Well, technically Willow was still alive, and so as the soldiers. I don't know how they survived. Don't tell me about that. But anyway, they survived and went through a lot of stuff, getting so many keys and stuff to the top of the roof so they can for real escape to the deep forest. Well, fairly. And then they escaped and then they all escaped. When they escaped, they talked about what to do now since there's not much to do else than just go to the deep forest. They start questioning, and Willow disturbs them and really wants to shoot everyone. But then Bodgy came and said, "There's someone there." Everybody went crazy and stuff, so they all calm down and let's just take a rest and go to another side so we can rest. And all they could think of is the miners' cave, the cave of the miners. And then there was a little description that said a YouTube break because of they were planning something special and stuff. And then came the question mark stuff that special, even more lore stuff is coming. And then came the final Hacker Eggman film part. And then that's where Hacker Eggman confronts everyone, but then gets surrounded and runs, and then sees the past villains, and then they try to defeat them, but there was too many people and get cornered. Then they all defeat them up, and then what last thing they talked about is to join their family. And then they think about it for a little while, but then they had no choice, so they accepted to be to their family. So as they're funning around, having fun, they see the camping hotel monster, then disappears to light, and they thought that he will attack us, but will probably return in the future. And then the few videos so the content doesn't go trash. We have some people still doing weird stuff in the Minecraft forest area in Europe. I mean in Poncho country. And then more Guest 666 Season 2 gets leaked. And then came the Portal of Change 4, where me, aka Rifa, does the Portal of Change. And then then some people move out. Field Z and Rifa and Field Z's dad and a few other people. My voice is crackled. Some of the people left the Adopt Me Palace to have their own life in the future, since they have their own dark films and they can hold the Hotel Monster film thing. And then they went to the camper van and went upon the mountains. But then they all got splitted up with Rifa going by his own and went to the England site and went to the pyramids where Max and Hackman last was with Tigre's brother infected. But Tigre's brother wasn't there since he was abandoned. And that's why we called the distorted chapter. Rifa explores it more and finds Adventure Tigre that he's still alive, and Rifa gets surprised. But they didn't have enough time, so they explored the place and escaped the pyramids. And then they went through unlocking a few stuff, going through the fires, going through the alleys, and escaped to the deep forest. We've also shot by and Phil Tripsy dad going to the Poncho site where the mimic thing is, and then continues in chapter 7, where the next chapter is the Miner's Cave, the cave.